the official audio provider of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
Now let's head down to the Mission Hockey Broadcast Center for coverage of today's game.
Welcome into the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. I'm Scott Manziera here on the Bower Rink, and we have a Division I matchup between UMass and Slippery Rock. It's going to be a Pool C matchup, and this season for Slippery Rock, they started out 14-11-2, or rather that's how they ended. And then for UMass, the Minutemen, they were 11-5-1 in the ECRHA, where they finished 5th place. Slippery Rock finished 4th place in the ECRHA. So both these teams sitting in Pool C right now as they stand. Here and also in Pool C as well. So the standings go like this. It's UC Santa Barbara in first with 4 points. Slippery Rock with 2 points in second place. Florida Gulf Coast in third place with 2 points. And UMass searching for their first points of the tournament. As we are moments away from getting underway here from the Bower Rink. Some playoff implications on the line in this one. If Slippery Rock wins, they lock in that second seed in Pool C. If UMass wins, they'll need Florida Gulf Coast to win over UCSB to be able to secure the third spot and move Slippery Rock to 4th. So with a loss for Slippery Rock and a Florida Gulf Coast win, they could fall from 2nd to 4th. As Florida Gulf Coast and Slippery Rock both 1-1. And UMass 0-2. We are moments away from getting underway here in day 2 of pool play. And we're underway. Referees call a stoppage. Puck didn't hit the floor before it was hit. And Michelli gets tossed out of the faceoff dot. That would be Reese Marcel taking the faceoff for the Minutemen. And he wins it back. Gresser brings it behind the net. And it is stolen away by Warwick. He passes it back to his own zone, where the Pride will set up. Here comes Grill, drops it off, and off the crossbar, and it's out. Rebound for Slippery Rock. Shot goes wide. Evan Gill fired it off the crossbar, got his own rebound, and nearly scored. Another scoring chance in front. Pride are putting the pressure on here early. Now the Minutemen pass it around behind the net. Forecheck immediately incoming for the Pride. Now UMass gets it out. Here come the Minutemen. It's Bocelli. He fires one on net. Save goes behind the goalie, and it is saved by Evan Gill. That shot was going in, bouncing toward the line. He saved a goal for the Pride. As here comes Warwick on the far side boards. He's going to slow everything down, pass it back into his own zone. As here comes a little bit of a breakaway for Dustin Davis. Short side, hits the crossbar, and it goes out. Now UMass starting to push it. 50-50, won by John Carroll, the leading goal scorer for UMass so far in these National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Carroll loses it, and now the Pride have a 3-on-1. Here comes Davis. Davis with the pass over and off the post. That is 3 posts already for the Pride. Here comes another scoring chance. Minutemen in on the defense, trying to poke it away from Davis. It gets down low, and the save is made by Stewart. So the Pride with a ton of scoring chances early, but here comes UMass. It's Galafaro, throws it in front, and it's batted in by Sean Lapp. And after all the scoring chances for the Pride, the Minutemen strike first. Sean Lapp scores his first goal of the tournament. That was a great centering pass. The puck was bouncing a little bit, and he found it and finished it. And excuse me, Sean Lapp actually scored against Florida Gulf Coast yesterday, so that would be his second goal of the tournament. As the Pride are in on the offensive, save made by Stewart. 9:40 to play here in the first period. Galfaro passes it up to Duffy. Duffy tries to go back to Galfaro, but it's batted away as he goes into the boards. Here come the Pride. 2-on-1, leading the charge is Sablak. He fires one on net, kicked away by Stewart. As Lapp settles it behind the net, as the Minutemen set up their breakout. It's Kelly and Duffy as Lapp makes the move, stays behind the goal line. Getting forechecked by Gannon Warwick. Lapp passes across to Galfaro as they play with it in their own zone. Here comes Lapp down the near side boards. Drops it for Kelly, and it's picked up by the Pride. It's a 50-50. Here comes Evan Gill. He centers it in front of the net on Stewart, and it's in. Gannon Warwick ties the game up with 8:41. Little slick move past Stewart, forehand to the backhand, and he just taps it in. So 1-1 here, 8:41 to play in the first period. That'll be Warwick's fourth goal of the tournament. As here's another scoring chance for the Minutemen. John Carroll fires it wide. And here's a 3-on-1 again for the Pride. Another odd man rush. Evan Gill passing it up. Gets over to the other member of the Pride, Dylan Scott, and save made by Stewart. So Warwick's fourth goal of the tournament. He is tied with Dylan Scott for the team lead. And that'll be his sixth point as well. As the faceoff is won back into UMass. They hold it in their own zone, and now it's taken away by the Pride. Here comes a shot from the slot, and he decides to hang on to it. Another shot, save made by Stewart. Now it's UMass. Transitioning. It's John Carroll looking for that center pass. Decides to hang on to it. Fires in the slot, and it's off the post and in. 2-1 UMass after Slippery Rock's defenseman ran into his own goalie, forcing him out of the crease. Gave an open look, and he finishes it. So lots of scoring, 2-1 with 8 minutes to play here in the first period. UMass holds the lead, searching for their first win in these National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. It's over to Reese Marcel. Passes it back behind the net, where UMass will set up. So John Carroll's team-leading third goal will also give him the sole lead for 3 points on this UMass team as well. Here comes Carroll again. Down the near side boards, comes to a stop, makes a move around the Pride defenseman, centers it over to Marcel, and he can't get it off. Poked away by Scott. Now it's Marcel looking down the floor, fires it all the way down. Now it's the Gresser. Gresser over to Lapp. Lapp already has a goal in this one. He's coming down the near side boards, fires in front. A great tip coming, and it's just wide by Bocelli. Board battle going on in the Slippery Rock zone. It's won by UMass as he fires it back. And it comes over to Lapp. Lapp sends it back over across the zone. And they try to go back to Lapp, and it's tipped away by the Pride defense, and they decide to dump it. It's kept in by Marcel as he's moving it back into the Slippery Rock zone. He fires one, and it goes wide. Slippery Rock picks it up, tries to center it, and here comes the Pride. It's a 1-on-2. Dustin Davis coming in the far side, fires it in, and this save made by Stewart. Now Duffy gets it. They wanted a too many men call. They won't get it.
Mr. Perez's.
And now Warwick comes in. Makes a move, pass through the 5-hole of Lapp.
No, I had one. But
And he
I
gets
left
his
it
own
on the
rebound.
chair,
Now shot
and
and
he
save
was
made
walking by and he
by
had like
Stewart.
an extra blazer, so he let me use it.
So UMass, formerly in Division II as well as Slippery Rock, won the national championship back in 2016
On the bench.
in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Or just
Got
give it
moved
to
up
our
to
chair.
Division I, and here they are in year 2 of Division I. 11-5-1 and 5th place in the ECRHA. As the puck is controlled in the UMass zone, it's taken over by Scott. Now it's over to Gill. White puts it down low, a hard angle for Scott, and he hits the side of the net. Taken by UMass, but they bring it in front. A gutsy play, but it pans out. His lap is coming down, and here comes his partner with him, Kelly, and he fires it off the goalie's glove. Save is made by Frere. Now it's lap. Going over to Galfaro. He decides to send it back and nearly taken away by Warwick as the UMass defenseman grabs it and passes it up the lap. Lap throws it in the center, but it's taken away by Gill. He's got a wide open lane on Stewart and a kick save made. But it's back with Gill. Now Kelly picks it up in the center of the rink. Here he comes. 1-on-1. Kelly fires one. Save made by Frere. So a high-paced, high-scoring start to this D1 Pool C game. It's 2-1 UMass. And if you're wondering where Slippery Rock is located, they're actually in Pennsylvania in Butler County. It's western Pennsylvania, about 50 miles north of Pittsburgh. So both them and UMass, long way to come to here to Fargo, North Dakota, as the pass is centered and it's off the mark. Here comes another shot, saved by Stewart. It's the offensive zone face-off for Slippery Rock. And it's one back. 50-50 battle, and UMass fires it up. It's picked up by Carroll. He's got a goal. It's Bocelli in the center. Passes it over, and Bocelli knocks it through the 5-hole of Frere to give UMass a 3-1 lead with 4:28 to play in the first. That'll be Bocelli's second goal of the tournament. Puts him in second on the team. He's tied with Sean Lapp for 2. John Carroll leads with 3. And those are the 3 goal scorers here in Game 3 of Pool C with UMass and Slippery Rock. So this is both these teams' final games of pool play before they would get seeded. Again, Slippery Rock needs a win to guarantee the second spot in the pool as they trail 3-1. Here comes Gresser. Brings it down underneath the goal. And back up top to Carroll. Carroll fires a shot. Save made by Frere. Rebound, and it's off the mark. As slowing it down now is Slippery Rock. And for UMass, if they earn a win today and Florida Gulf Coast defeats UCSB, they will move up to that 3 spot in Pool C. So they'll be taken by the Pride. Now it's Warwick. He's beating Carroll down the near boards. Tries to center it, and it comes back to Dustin Davis, and he hits it back into his own zone. Now it's UMass. They're going up to Dylan Scott. And here comes Slippery Rock. It's a 2-on-2. Now someone else joins the rush, and it's a shot on Stewart. Thought he had it covered, and it was poked away by a Pride member. And he gets it on his forehand and finishes it. That's Gannon Warwick with the goal. Looked like Stewart had his blocker over it, and then Warwick knocked it away and then hit it in with the backhand by the far side post to make this a 3-2 game. With 3:06 remaining. Here comes another shot by Warwick. This time it goes out of play. So that's Gannon Warwick's second goal of the game. And his fifth goal for Slippery Rock in these National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. He now leads the team as he wins the faceoff forward. But it's controlled by UMass. Warwick knocks it back. It's controlled by the Pride. As the Pride try to clear it out, but the forecheck is too much. Here comes UMass. It's Lucente. He centers it, and what a save made by Frere. He's still on the ground as the Pride knock it out. It's Gill in the corner working that 50-50 as UMass centers it, and now it's taken away by Scott. The Pride are pushing it, but good back check by UMass as he centers the pass to Scott, and Scott knocks it away. Now it's Marcel, and on the forecheck, it's knocked away by Sobolak. Warwick knocks it up to Gill. Gill going one-on-one with Lapp. Comes to a stop, looking for his teammates, and they're trailing. Gives it off to Sobolak. And we have 1:50 remaining here in the first period. Haven't seen any power plays yet by either team. Been a very clean, high-paced, fast-paced game. As Scott holds it behind the net. He's the quarterback of this breakout. Here comes White. White dishes it over to DeFrancesco, and it's a shot on Stewart, and he makes the save. So in 2 games for UMass, Matt Stewart has a .745 save percentage. As he made another save there. We'll get to the shot totals at the end of this first period. As he fires one straight on in the slot. That was Josh DeFrancesco. And the save was made by Stewart. As we got a 1-goal game here with 1:18 to play in the first period. Face-off one back and out of play. It was shot out by UMass. It'll stay in the zone. Face-off coming to the right of Stewart. As UMass controls it. Oh, he whiffed on it, and now here come the Pride. Good move made. Descended back to Scott. Now Scott over to Davis. Davis bringing it in, getting poke check. Tried to center it, and it goes wide. Now it's White getting poked away by Duffy. Duffy tries to send it back, and it's stopped by Davis. And he does it again, and now Gresser's in the corner going at it with DeFrancesco. Now Scott has it. Gives it over to Davis. Davis fires a shot, and it goes off of Stewart and then off the glass. We got 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. The Pride are slowing it down as they bring it behind the net. And now comes Dylan Scott. He fires it all the way up, goes to the home run pass up to Davis, and it's picked up by John Carroll as he controls it behind the net, chips it off the boards. There's 5 seconds remaining. He's going to try to get a shot. Here comes the leading goal scorer for UMass on the far side, circles, gets the shot off, and it goes wide. So after 1 period, UMass leads by a score of 3-2. I'll tell you what the shot totals is after we take a short break here. You're listening to the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
The National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Mission NLS.
Built for the next generation.
Bauer Hockey.
The game starts here.
Fargo-Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District.
Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org.
Inline Warehouse.
Pro Shop service at warehouse prices.
Subway.
Eat fresh.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wings, beer, Sports.
Nine Dragons.
Voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo, Moorhead.
Slapshot Pizza and Subs.
Celebrating 40 years of serving you the very best.
Fargo Billiards and Gastropub.
You've got to see this place.
Roller Hockey Live.
For information on ordering today's game, go to rollerhockeylive.com.
And the CJ Sports Network.
The official audio provider of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
Welcome back to the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships as we're here for the second period. UMass leads by a score of 3-2. The shots in the first period. Slippery Rock outshot UMass 14-8, but UMass has the lead as they control it here early in the second period. They're going left to right. Fires a shot on Frere. He makes the save. And now the Pride are making their first offensive attack, and it goes into Warwick. He's already got 2 goals for Slippery Rock, and he loses it. Here comes Marcel, far side boards. It's a 2-on-2. Marcel takes it outside, tries to center in, and it's knocked away by Sobolak. Taken back by UMass in the slot, and he tries to make the move. That was Nick Bocelli. And Frere makes the save. Now it's the Pride behind the net. It's Gannon Warwick. Leads this team in goals. Now here comes the Pride. Braden White leading the rush. Goes outside, fires a shot on Stewart, and it goes wide and out of play. So Braden White was the leading point scorer coming into this game as he fired that one out of play. He had 8 points coming into this one. Dylan Scott was the leading goal scorer coming into this one as well, and Gannon Warwick now leads the team. As Scott fires one at the net, the save made by Stewart, and there's a rebound. Duffy picks it up. Forechecking is Scott. And UMass comes back with it. Continuing forecheck by the Pride. It's relentless. As Duffy slows everything down. UMass in the all-black sweaters with some maroon trim and the UMass logo on the chest as they bring it into the offensive zone. Here comes the slot from Duffy, fires one on net, tries to get the rebound, and he does just that. That was Kelly, rather, as he retains possession and sends it all the way back to Galafaro. And for Slippery Rock, they're in the all-white jerseys with green numbers, white trim, and their logo on the front of their jersey as well. As Galafaro goes all the way around the net, fires a shot, and it goes wide. Picked up by Dave Francesco, and now it's Sobolak. Sobolak over to Galafaro, and he fires into the net. Dave Francesco in the offensive zone fires one short side, and it goes wide. Now Dylan Scott has it. And he gets knocked away by Duffy, and it goes out of play. So at 9:27 left in the second period, an offensive zone face-off for Slippery Rock. Some UMass notable hockey alumni. Jonathan Quick, the goalie for the Los Angeles Kings, played ice hockey at UMass. Of course, the Kings fell to the Vegas Golden Knights yesterday by a score of 1-0 in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Marcel centers a pass up to Bocelli. And now it's behind the net. 50-50 battle won by Slippery Rock, and Dylan Scott tried to center it. Goes a little outstretched of the reaching arms of Evan Gill, and UMass controls it. It's Gresser. He goes all the way around the net and then passes up to Carroll. He's speedy. Dylan Scott grabs it, and it's poked away by Carroll. Carroll up to Bocelli. Bocelli up to Marcel. He tried to center it, and it's knocked away. And here comes the 50-50. Gresser and Warwick fighting for it. Gresser wins it and controls it for UMass. That's nearly knocked away by Dylan Scott. As Gresser has time, he fanned on the pass, trying to get at Bocelli. Now here's that forecheck by the Pride. Up to Marcel. Marcel nearly gets it poked away, and he stretches it out a little too far, and Gannon Warwick takes it, and now we have a penalty. So we will see Slippery Rock head to the power play. Reese Marcel has got 2 minutes in the box. 2 minutes for high sticking. The high stick to work in that board battle right in front of the Slippery Rock bench. And now we'll see this power play go to work. Slippery Rock's lone power play goal came against UCSB. As let's see what they do here. It's Dylan Scott behind the net. Centers it up to Braden White, and White kicks it back in to Dustin Davis. Now it's back to White. 8 minutes to play in the second period. 1:35 to go in the power play. He winds up, and it goes off the post and comes back out, and Gannon Warwick finishes it for Slippery Rock as they tie this one up, and Gannon Warwick gets the hat trick, his first of the National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. And one of the coaches tosses his hat off of his head and onto the rink. The referee dropped the puck, but the other one said stop and kicked Duffy out of the faceoff circle. So John Carroll will take it for UMass. As we have a tied game now with 7:46 to play in the second period. Power play goal by Gannon Warwick. He's got 3 today. As here comes Galfaro. Fires one off the stick and out of play. It was tipped. It'll stay in the zone of Slippery Rock. That's their second power play goal in 3 games. See if UMass gets a chance at the power play. They haven't scored yet on the power play. But in every game so far, UMass has had 2 shorthanded goals. So 4 shorthanded goals for them, 2 in game 1 and 2 in game 2. As it's 3-3, calling for the puck down in the other zone is Davis. As they give it to him, that's Braden White. He tips it up to Dave Francesco, and Danny Duffy takes it. Christopher Duffy. 7 minutes to play in the second period. Here comes UMass. It gets poked away. And here comes Dave Francesco. It's a 3-on-1. Braden White in the slot. They pass it over to him. He tries to go back door, and it's kicked away by Stewart. Now it's Duffy. Here comes an odd man rush for UMass. They got a 3-on-2. Over to Kelly off of his skates. Back in the slot to Duffy. He holds it, and then goes behind the net as Galfaro was in front. Now Galfaro has it, goes short side and off the post. Here comes the rebound. Everyone's tangled up in front of the net, and Slippery Rock comes out with it and then just dumps it in the zone as they're going to get a line change. Dustin Davis comes off, as well as Dave Francesco. Now it's Duffy. He passes it up into the Slippery Rock zone. Good move made by Lapp. He's got a goal today. As we are now passing the halfway point in this hockey game. We got a tie game. Loose puck behind the net. Slippery Rock gets it back. Now it's Braden White. Shot on net by Stewart. Rebound. And it's a goal, and it's not Gannon Warwick this time for Slippery Rock. Evan Gill hits this one in and gives Slippery Rock their first lead of the game. That's Evan Gill's 3rd goal of the tournament and his 8th point. That'll actually be his 10th point. He's got 2 points, now 3 points today. He assisted the Warwick's 2nd and 3rd goal. And it's poked away in the Slippery Rock zone as now they take control of this one. They fell behind early to UMass and have came all the way back as they lead here 4-3 with 5:26 to play in the second period. It's Bocelli. Passes it into Carroll. UMass trying to get back some offensive pressure, and a tip shot. Great tip by Marcel, and it's a save made by Frere. As Marcel battling in the corner, Bocelli knocks down the man in the corner, and it's centered. UMass gets it, and Gresser retains possession in their own zone. Here comes UMass. It's Nicholas Bocelli. He fakes the shot, goes back door. They don't get the shot off. Great defense. And now here comes Slippery Rock. Cannon Warwick fires a shot. Kick save made by Stewart. As it's been a highly transitioned game. Not a lot of breakouts and slowing down. It's been more run and gun. Very exciting hockey to watch. As this time Bocelli sends it all the way back as he needed a line change. As the man that falls down is Josh DeFrancesco. And here comes a shot from the point. That was Galafaro that shot it. The tip in front, and we got a tie game with 3:59 to play. Credit that goal to John Carroll. So another goal for John Carroll as he ties this one up. He's got 2 this game. Continuing his lead of this team, now leads with 4 goals in this 4-4 hockey game. And all 4 of those goals have came over the course of pool play, as this is game 3. UMass 0-2 so far. Slippery Rock 1-1. Tie game. Here comes Braden White. He's leading the rush. Passes it back door, and he can't handle it. A little too much sauce on the pass over to Davis. As Davis forechecks a little bit, and UMass maintains possession. And he sends it all the way down to Duffy, goes through his legs, and picked up by Sobolak. Now back over to DeFrancesco as he falls down. It's picked up by UMass. Duffy tries to center it, and it's knocked down by Davis. Now it's over to Kelly. Kelly tries to center it, fans on it. And he keeps the possession, takes a shot short side, and save made by Frere. Now it's up to Duffy. Galafaro holds it in the point. Back to center rink. Coach screaming to get a guy. Man-to-man defense here for Slippery Rock. Makes one move. Duffy fires a shot. Save made by Frere. A lot of traffic in the front as Kelly is the man trying to get a tip. Here comes Braden White. He winds up and fires. Glove save made by Stewart. So that goal for John Carroll, assist went to Christopher Galafaro and Thomas Gresser. So 4-4 with 2:42 to play here in the second period. A lot of lead changes as UMass got off to the early lead, then Slippery Rock took the lead, and now UMass has tied it up. It was 3-1 after the first in favor, or 3-2 rather, in favor of UMass. As they control it in their own zone. Getting it out, and here come the Minutemen. It's Sean Lapp, gets into the slot. Tries to force it in there, and Braden White stops it, and it looks like he's hurt on it. He's going to stay out there as he charges up to the puck. That shot went right off of his ankle as he skates back for it. One of the best players on this Slippery Rock team. Like I said, led in points coming into this game. And here's Warwick, who's got a hat trick in this one. Comes outside, fires it right into the chest of Stewart, swallows it up. As 1:56 is remaining in the second period, Braden White will stay out there. John Carroll will take the face-off for the Minutemen. He loses it to Warwick. Shot immediately fired by Scott. Had White on the other side of the zone. Face-off won by UMass. Here comes the Minutemen. Taken by Marcel. It's a 2-on-2. Fires it across. And now in front, Carroll makes the move and a glove save. Made by Slippery Rock's goaltender, Frere, and now he covers it. So what an outreaching play as Carroll went to the backhand and tried to get it over his mitt. And Frere stakes away a goal from him. Tie remains here with 1:38 to play in the second. Carroll fires a shot from the point, and it goes into the corner. Marcel gets there. Now it's up to Gresser. Back to Marcel. He's trying to find it in the middle. Takes a hard angle shot and save made by Frere. Now it's over to Gill. Gill behind the net to Scott. As here comes Braden White in the offensive zone. 3-on-3. White fires it at the chest of Stewart, and he swallows it up for another save. 1:06 remaining in the second period.
notes. And are you our guru? Do you know the answers to everything? Help us out.
So we went through the notes, and there were a couple that were added. So I'm gonna
Added.
So he had some. So Bernoulli's principle, and so he felt it was all about planes, not birds. And you have Mr. Bannister. Are there different classes learning different things?
No.
Okay, perfect.
But I think they do it in the context of planes, but then it's applies to birds.
Okay.
So a lot of the effects that they're doing are the same way.
I know.
Right. I'll send you the last. Yeah. So there's a couple.
How are you?
Good.
I think. Do you see my thumb?
Yeah.
See how like fat it is?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to the doctor because
Yeah.
I think it's infected, and I am feeling really lousy right now.
It looks bad.
So yeah. So Mrs. Cross works with Luca.
Yep.
Right now, and so I really wanted to do a couple more review problems with you, and I actually made up the review problems and I printed it out and I gave it to her, and she was willing to see if maybe you and Luca could work together on it to practice it.
Sure.
It's another one of so I made up another problem like this one, so you could practice that again.
Yeah.
And
Does it hurt if you like touch on anything?
yeah. So
could probably, I haven't